Hey everyone, Ed here from the Great Indoors. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but Michelle and I are huge Patrick Swayze fans. When you guys think of Patrick Swayze, you probably think of movies like Ghost, Dirty Dancing, and Roadhouse. But there is a movie that he did back in 1998 called Black Dog. It only did 13 million in the box offices, but I love this movie, and you know what? So does Michelle. And we are headed south into the heart of North Carolina and Georgia and into parts of South Carolina to check out the filming locations of that 1998 classic Black Dog. So let's check it out. Like, comment, and subscribe to the Great Indoors with Ed and Michelle. And hit that notification bell, please.
I don't know why I drink apple juice. It gives me gas.
Listen, Wes, one fart from you and you're walking.
I shouldn't drink apple juice. It gives me gas.
You listen to me, Wes. One fart and you're walking.
We are here outside of the Georgia Pacific building, and this is the building that was used for the FBI building in Black Dog. You got a lot of screenshots from above, aerial shots of the building when the FBI is chasing down the contraband stolen through the streets in New Jersey, but actually it wasn't even the streets of New Jersey, it was the streets of Charlotte. You probably see the Charlotte buses, but that's a mistake on the part of the filmmakers. They wanted you to think that it was New Jersey. It wasn't. It was actually Charlotte. And over here in Atlanta, Georgia, the Georgia Pacific building is actually the building that was used as the FBI building. There's actually the address, 133 Georgia Pacific Center. And this is the building that was used as the FBI headquarters in Black Dog. Okay, we are now in South Carolina, and we were having a lot of trouble finding the exact filming locations for Black Dog. We would get directions from a gas station, and we would get there, and it would be hard to find. It's been over 20 years since that film, but 50 years ago, there was a film that came out in 1972, Deliverance, starring Burt Reynolds, Ned Beatty, Ronnie Cox, and we are here in South Carolina, and this is the Chattooga River, and this is the river that was used in the filming of Deliverance. And there is actually someone down there canoeing down there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. This is just one actual location that we're going to show, but I think there's another access where we can actually get closer to the bridge, and I'm going to take you guys to that. But this is the Chattooga River. On that side of the bridge is Georgia, northeastern part of Georgia, and this is the south. We are in southwest South Carolina right now. Isn't this awesome, Michelle?
Yes, it is.
To think that this is the river that Ned Beatty, John Voight, Ronnie Cox, and of course the Burt Reynolds, they went down this river during the filming, and they actually did the stunts. They actually had to do all that paddling up and down this river, and when they crashed in that water, they actually crashed in that water. Billy Redden, the little boy who played the banjo in the beginning of Deliverance, actually did not know how to play the banjo at all. A professional banjo player reached around from behind and played all the chords that were in dueling banjos from the movie Deliverance. John Borman and the rest of the production team for Deliverance did not have any insurance during the shoot. So they required all the actors to do all their own stunts. So when we see Burt Reynolds going over and crashing over the rapids, that was actually him. At first they wanted to use a dummy, but instead they used the real thing, Burt Reynolds. And he actually cracked his tailbone. And when asked how it looked, they said, "Hey, you look like a dummy going over waterfalls." Over in Clayton, we had a gentleman tell us at a Dollar General that Bull Juice or Bull Sluice, I can't see that sign. Looks like there's buckshot over there on that sign. But we can have another filming location over there. Sluice with a S. Okay. Look at Bull Sluice is this way, and that's the direction we want to go. Okay. Anyway, it's not much different than the type of woods that we're in right now, where Ned Beatty is confronted by some mountain men, and they do some pretty nasty things to them. They both John Voight and Ned Beatty are confronted, and they're thinking that they're going to get robbed, and these guys have no interest in their money. They're willing to give them whatever they want to let them go and not have it escalate any further. But unfortunately, John Voight gets roped to a tree. He's basically immobilized completely after they've both been forced to take their clothes off. And after that, they proceed to rape Ned Beatty. And it's very graphic, it's very disturbing, and I wouldn't recommend children watching this movie. You need to be ready for it, okay? Anyway, while this is going on, Burt Reynolds, who was in the other boat with Ronnie Cox, sees what's going on, and he's got his bow and arrow out and shoots the guy, kills him dead. And that's even more graphic than the actual rape scene, because now that the other guy that was with the mountain man escapes, it's up to the guys to decide what they're going to do with the dead body that they just killed. It's one thing to be raped, but then you murder someone on top of it. Yes, it's self-defense, blah, 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 but still, it's a very tough quandary. What do you do morally? You know, do you report what happened, that you were in self-defense mode, or what? But they decide to bury the body and try to escape on the boat, and nothing, it just goes downhill for these guys, believe it or not. But speaking of downhill, we're coming up to the actual area where the rapids were, where they went through and had a heck of a time trying to survive these rapids.
Looks good. Looks good. Couple more months, should all be gone. Even up as far as here? The main tree on up.
It's kind of humid, hot out today. It's not as bad as it's going to be, but being that we're in the shade and down by the water, it's actually pretty nice over here. But if I could get down to the beach, I'm actually gonna take my shoes off and get into that water. At least I could say that I was in the Chattooga River, which is actually the filming location for, you said it, Deliverance. Okay, as you can see, we are not alone, but this is it. They would come down through those rapids, and you can understand if they wiped out going through there, they would get hurt pretty bad. But if you go further down, there's actually canoeing going on, where you could bring your canoe down onto the beach and go from here. I guess that's a safer way to do it than try to start canoeing from the northern part and go south through this. But anyway, this is it, one of the filming locations for the movie Deliverance, starring Burt Reynolds, Ned Beatty, John Voight, and Ronnie Cox. Let's try to find that other beach access so maybe we could get down to the water. Okay, they're warning me that the water is cold. Yeah, it's kind of cold. Not ridiculously cold, but still, but it feels good. Okay, my pants legs only go up so high, people. I think I'm gonna end up getting my pants wet no matter what. If I take another step forward, then I'm probably gonna have wet knees over there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around where it's a little bit more shallower, where these kids were in, at least. All right, the Chattooga River. Who would have thought that an Ohio guy would have been walking into the Chattooga River? Let's go out a little further. There you go. Yeah, Michelle did not want to come down for this, obviously for good reason. Her ankle, though, would feel really good in this water. But look at how far I'm out, and I'm already all the way up to my knee over here, and I'm sinking even more because the riverbed is all sand over here. There's the rapids over there, and then it gets further intense, and that's where I started seeing when earlier we were on that river, that bridge over there, and that is where we saw some of the canoers, and they probably came down on this beach over here and gained access to the river from here. Pretty cool. All right, let's get back to the car and move on to the next location, if there is one. Yeah, that couple, I asked them, did you know that this is a filming location for the Deliverance? And they go, yeah, of course we knew it. I'm like, okay, hello. I'm the one that's a fish out of water, if you want to put it that way. All right. Got my socks, got my shoes. I got my sand all over my feet. So that's going to be fun, getting acclimated to wet pants and sandy feet. But here we go. I'm not even going to bother putting my socks on. Okay. Let's put that on there like that. There. Anyway, I'm ready to go. I know. That's bad. All right. But it's better than walking barefoot through here. Look at that. There's a snake hole over there. You got to be careful around here. Absolutely. All right. Thanks again for watching my filming locations in Georgia, South Carolina area for Black Dog and Deliverance. If I have somehow come upon another filming location worthy of stopping, I will click on to this part, but I doubt it. Anyway, if that does happen where I don't get anything else, you'll see the ending credits. Please like, comment, and subscribe to The Great Indoors with Ed and Michelle. Stay safe, everyone, and have a great indoors day. Bye-bye.